अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुह। नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम, अम्मा बाद। आज का सबक सुन लीजिए।
Let us listen to the Aaj Ka Sabaq, which is delivered daily by Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Yunus, the son of Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Umar Palanpuri rahmatullahi alayh. Lesson number 763. This lesson is for our reformation. This lesson is for us to learn from. This lesson, a lady has written to me and I responded to it. And because of that, this is now becoming even more common subsequent to that letter. This is in my book Scattered Pearls in volume 5, the very first page. And more letters are coming and it's becoming more common. Hence, we would like to just give some information regarding this and a word of caution as well. That today's times, many young girls and young boys are falling in love with one another. Remember, this is not allowed in our life. That many a time, the boys have very bad intentions and thereafter they try and lure the girls. Sometimes it's the other way around as well. They use different methodologies and they try and work on the emotions of the girl. So then, once that starts, then that opens up a door for them to get emotionally involved with the opposite gender. Sometimes a person needs to talk to somebody because of some difficulty. But in the beginning, immaterial of how much of sincerity is there comes a time when one person or both parties take wrongful benefit from that type of a conversation. Sometimes it's a cousin from the opposite gender. Sometimes it's a boy from the opposite gender. Sometimes it's somebody else from the opposite gender. We start speaking with regards to some of the issues we're having. Then there's an emotional attachment that comes to it. And with that, as time goes, then it develops into an illicit relationship which causes a lot of difficulty. Sometimes the boys of today, they try in whichever way they can lure a girl in terms of trying to get her to be involved. They sometimes go and they speak to the girl regarding their problems. And the girl feels, if I'm not going to talk to him, if I'm not going to see to him, perhaps he might commit suicide, then I'm going to live with the guilt. Sometimes they'll say that since I'm in a relationship with you, I feel so much more pious. I feel so much more inclined towards salah. Sometimes they'll tell a girl that, since I'm speaking with you, I feel so much settled in my life. Sometimes to lure a woman, they'll speak good about her circumstances. If a person is a simple person, they say, when I look at you, I realize how beautiful simplicity is. Or sometimes they might use another way, and if someone is intelligent or someone is just using the intellect, then they'll praise that person to make that person feel bloated about themselves. Sometimes if a person is trying something in life in terms of remaining fit or in terms of staying healthy, they say, I envy you and I would like to be like you and I would like to learn from you. And because of that, they then develop a relationship. And in whichever way they can, they try and get a girl or a lady to be able to fall for them. And that is how they try and take the woman folk to be able to come towards them. And then sometimes they say, when I eat, I think of you. When I sleep, I think of you. Even when I read salah, I think about you. Then they ask, when's your birthday? And such poetry they send unto one another. Person that reads it is mesmerized by the poetry that is there. And in this way, we start bringing a conversation, and then we bring a lot of harm and difficulty to ourselves. And then the devil comes and he gets them intertwined in a relationship, which then makes it even more harmful for them. So please, as a word of caution, in the Scattered Pearls volume 5 is there, do make a point of reading it and see how important and necessary is it for us to be cautious in this regard. And after every salah, now read with me, Allahumma ahsin aqibata umurina kulliha وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. آمين آمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.